Hi guys, welcome back. With Christmas coming soon, we decided we wanted to go to Walmart and see what kind of covert prepping gifts they have for friends, loved ones, people that might not be preppers in your lives, but it kind of acts as a double thing. So let's go see what they have and let's get to it. These are always good for gifts too. The hand warmers, these are toe warmers, just the packets. The lap warmer, sporting events, that's good. There's all the different kinds here. There's hand warmers, just the packet. There's a single, or you got the big boxes of them. 10 pack for $7. Electric ones around here somewhere. Oh, here they are. And then electric hand warmers, which actually work pretty good. The USB rechargeable. You can stick them in your pockets too. These are rechargeable ones, but they have the Zippo ones that light up and they keep your hands warm, the old school ones. Those are always good.
But what I was saying is there's a single pack for $10 or
Yeah.
a double pack for $22.
The two singles, then to get two doubles. So always check that too, because you know that's a double pack for $22. That's $11 a piece instead of $10. If they are into knives and stuff, here's a nice little, nothing big, but not super high quality for sure. Cast iron is always a good, but instead of Ozark Trails, I would do the Lodge Ozark Trails, unless they're into camping a lot. Stainless nest kits, you can, definitely heat over the fire or on a stove. But the cool thing about cast iron is they can be used in the house and camping. That's why I said the Lodge or something like that. They're both a little better.
Now, let me ask you a question. So they have like these 17-in-1 multi-tools or like these walkies.
Yeah, these ones are not good quality. They're like little, like this is 10-year-olds playing in the field walkie-talkies. They're not good walkie-talkies. I mean, you could tell by the price. If they were Baofeng, then it would be a different story, but
What if they were like Motorola?
Cobra, but any of these multi-kit is garbage. Look at this kit. It's got a cover, it's got a grill on top, but it's also got a cover for that. Separate handle to move things your lid around. Then you got your regular 10-inch skillet. So that would be a good one.
It is Ozark, but it's only $30.
Yeah, for $30, that would be, if they like to cook, that would be the one. And that one's specifically for outside. You can tell because it's got the legs. You can use the ones without the feet outside, but you can also use them inside. Really hard to use the ones with feet in your oven because they fall through the racks. These are always cool too. They like to hang out on the, I mean, they're expensive, but they like to hang out on the deck
Whoa.
or outside. Is that one $25? Mesa XL stainless. That's this one.
Yeah.
$25.
Instead of $100.
Oh no, there's another one. We may have to get that.
Look at this.
Oh, the blue stick. Yeah, that's always cool. Old school camping stuff. This is a cool thing too, especially if they small apartments or you have these are great for camping, but also if the power goes out, that's a griddle one, but they have them like right here. It's only $40. I like these better than this. Butane puts off a little bit less carbon monoxide than.
I wonder how that would work for downstairs.
They're so sensitive, it set it off before you even get close to being dangerous.
These are cheaper right now too.
But yeah, even these are on sale. You're going out of season, so now's the time to get some of these camping stuff you would use for prepping, but you also use for camping, and it's kind of those covert gifts. Look at these buddy heaters. These buddy heaters are made for indoor. They're indoor safe, and they're made for in your tents and things like that, or your RVs. They're great to have as your backup heating because we don't have a fireplace in our house. There's no place to put one. Those diesel heaters that people use for their garages and things like that, you still need to have an exhaust on, which is great, but these have carbon monoxide detectors in them. They have tip sensors in them. They are about the safest heaters you're gonna have for space heaters. Way safer than any of the electric ones too.
Well, and you want to explain, like, when Wilson uses it in his tent?
My son goes to Colorado and he hunts in Nate's. The last time he went, it was like snow the whole week he was there. He had like a foot on the ground. It was pretty cold, and you put it on low and it would keep his tent about 65 degrees. So you don't get that shock when you wake up in the morning and getting out of your sleeping bag, but also you're not too hot. Kind of like sleeping in your house. It's really, they are small space, so you need a few, but it would definitely be, look at this one. It's on sale for $90. It's $40 off. I don't know if Ozark Trails are indoor safe or not. Even that's $75. Just crack a window if you have to. So those are great gifts, especially if you live in a cold climate and they don't have fireplaces. It was basically that. I don't think it was a Coleman, but it might have been.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Here's the fuel. So they have the fuel there. This is for the butane hot plate ones, these ones.
Oh, and then here's your sternos.
Yeah. Look, here's an adapter so you can put this to your barbecue.
Yeah.
Your barbecue cylinder if you want to, and still have it.
People think of these sternos as just like catering or parties.
Yeah, they think of keeping their food warm when they're having a buffet or something, but yeah, they actually cook. They'll actually keep your house warm, and they're indoor safe. Kerosene's indoor safe too, so anything that's kerosene should be fine. It burns a lot cleaner than propane, so hence why they used kerosene lanterns back in the day.
Well, you can still get kerosene
Yeah,
lanterns.
there's
And
kerosene
oil
right there.
lanterns and stuff.
Yeah, let's move on to the next ones. So here's another idea, especially if they like knives. Here's Mossy Oak's version or Walmart's version of it. Even comes with a little flashlight. Here's a 10-pack. You could separate it and put it in stockings. If you're building kits for other people, grab something like this for a knife.
What about that multi-tool kit?
It's garbage. The knives probably aren't too bad, especially the ones that have the utility blades. That's just a consolation prize, is what I look at it.
Here's a trophy.
Yeah, and a lot of these knives are that way too. You have to put some time into sharpening, but these little ones, finer blade knives, and usually sharpen up pretty good. But I'd be interested in testing that.
Doing that, yeah.
Here's some more stuff. They camp a lot or they hike a lot. This is great for a car. It says 50 degrees, but it's tiny. It'll fit in a kit. I had one like this, and my son stole it because he likes to hunt way up on the mountain. And he said,
Permanently borrowed it.
yeah, he permanently borrowed it, and he uses it when he goes to hunt mule deer.
I bet you could take one of those.
Yeah, you could take one of these
And
and one of these
then-
liners,
Yeah, and then add a liner to it.
or even just having a liner in your car. And that would probably bring it down to about 30.
Because, I mean, they have a 30, but look at the size difference.
Yeah. So here's the 30 degree, the next size down. Well, it doesn't matter if you're just camping, but if you're backpacking anything out,
Or
you want to keep
Keep it in your car.
or keep it in your
space.
car. You want the small ones.
No, those are not self-inflating.
Yeah, because look how they're cheap. They're not
Yeah.
going to do that. I actually bought one that has a foot pump inside of it.
This one's big and tall and self-inflating.
This one right here.
Yeah.
So that's not too bad. If I was going to do a couple of kids or some newly married kids and they're kind of a little bit outdoorsy, what I would do is I'd grab some sleeping bag. I'd grab a cooler. I'd probably grab, the budget allowed, I'd grab the Lifetime because they're the better coolers. But even something like this, it's on sale for $70. Igloo's version of it. And I would grab 2 sleeping bags. I'd grab a tent, 4-man tent, like a dome tent, and throw it in there. And if I had room and some money left, I'd throw in a stove, give them their camping gear as a Christmas gift in that. So they have everything they need. People rely on their camping gear a lot when they're prepping and they don't realize it. That was the first gift we got from Terry's parents. First Christmas, they gave us a camping kit. It was 2 sleeping bags, a 4-man tent or 3-man tent, stove. I think that was it. But we used the heck out of it. And then every year they would add something to either camping or for prepping every year for 15, 20 years. I mean, they did it for a long time. And just being out of deer season reminded me, came down this aisle and I was like, oh, game bags. They're not on sale yet, but they will go on sale soon. But here's a knife. It's like the outdoor edge that we use, reusable blades. It's only $24. The blades are $20. Mossy Oak's version, it looks like that's a serrated edge on that, but looks like you can get a bony edge for it. There's a cleaning kit. Well, this is cool. I hadn't seen these before. They're dressing gloves, and it looks like they're like preg check gloves. So you don't get all nasty and gross. I just saw that and I was like, oh, sweet. Another good idea is flashlights. Everyone needs a good flashlight. And you can always find some here at Walmart. They're not necessarily the best brands, but Ozark Trails isn't that bad when you get to the bigger stuff. This is actually pretty cool. Little pen light, not very big, but you can hold that in your mouth. And then it's got this adjustable light. I don't know, is this a battery or rechargeable one? This is a battery one. So I prefer both. Rechargeable ones tend to go out faster than battery ones from my experience because they put a lot of energy. They're really super bright. You don't need stuff that's super bright though.
Like these energizers or
Like these energizers, that's it's a little thick for my case on that small. So I like both. Longevity, I like the battery ones. These are the ones I used to use at work. I'm actually going to get back into them versus the bands. The bands go out every 2 or 3 service calls. But then you get in, Coast is always good. There's the rechargeable ones. Looks like they probably had some stuff being stolen or something, or that's just the packaging. But you can go all the way up to 5,000 lumens on these here, 2,000. Really anything over 1,000, unless you're using it for a spotlight. You don't need more than that. But anything like, look, this is great. Look at this, 700 lumens. It's rechargeable. It's $26. Fit in a stocking or a kit, glove box. 700 lumens is a lot. My Anker that I always you see me on all my videos is 900. That's why I love it, because it's just enough that it's not too much. $18. Try Me rechargeable in the back. Wow, that's pretty good for 1,000 lumens. Yeah, that's a good stocking stuffer. like we said, this is kind of
These
covert.
are more like what we would always get for the kids when they were younger.
Yeah, these are the ones we get to the kids in their stocking every year. Here's the 10-pack of the flat. Like I said, if you're putting a kit together, or I don't know how long they would last, but yeah, it does. And then you've got the lantern. That's a rechargeable lantern. This one right here, it's $20. Old school.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that actually works, but and then you've got this one's kind of cool. You can take it off and use it, or you can use it as a lantern. This would be great for working under the car at night or something. Oh yeah, these field boxes. Yeah, you could take something like this,
There's a bigger one over here.
put your flashlight, a flashlight in it and some other stuff, and it's about a 30 caliber. It's a little bit smaller for $6. That's not a bad deal for a
There's a bigger one over here.
for $10. This is actually a good size. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. See what this says? I have a gasket on it. It has a gasket, so it's waterproof. That's a good size one right there.
That's only $10.
Yeah, we need to buy a bunch of these. That's a good price, because the black ones at home, the smaller ones, I spent $10 on those each, and they were the smaller ones. So that's a good price. So you can take something like that and just load it up with your little odds and ends like knives and stuff if you wanted to do that. If you've got a teenager, flashlights, knives, that kind of stuff works good, but maybe not, depending on your teenager. I want to check out the radios, so I think those will be a good gift. Let's check those out. So yeah, it looks like they're pushing these heaters. Those are trail ones. They got a whole display on the end cap. $75 isn't a bad deal for this thing. And I don't know, I would want to test this, but the Buddy Heater is the brand, the Coleman ones. But they're really pushing them, so maybe worth a shot. So if you're gonna buy radios at Walmart, then come over to the electronics aisle, because the ones in sporting goods aren't very good. And looks like they sell Cobra and Midland here. One thing you want to pay attention to is the wattage. This is a 2-watt. Is it water resistant? Is it waterproof? It'll say whatever the miles are. That is point to point. That is the best it will ever do. You're on top of a mountain looking down 40 miles. But this should be pretty good for, up to 10, 8 to 10 miles, which is pretty decent in most cases. GMRS 2-way. These aren't bad. It is Midland. Midland's not a great brand, but it's not a super bad one either. This one's specifically made for camping and things. It looks like this one is made for like working. It's still only a 2-watt, 22 channels, but it's probably not as rugged or as waterproof. No, it is the same waterproof rating as this one.
What's the difference between the 68 for 2 and 95 for 2?
Okay, so these are the same brand, same people on the cover. One has 60 channels, 121 privacy codes, 18 hours battery. That's a good one. Waterproof. It is a set-in stand. This one does have a NOAA band. It's water resistant, 40 channels with 121 privacy codes. So it's half the battery time. It's 9. So that's basically the difference. It's 1.5 watts instead of 2. It's got half the battery. I don't worry about the miles. I don't really care about that. I care about the wattage. This one's AA and rechargeable. This one might be better off in a prepping situation because you can replace batteries with it. But it is because it's rechargeable batteries. But if you're using it for a hunting situation, it may not be. The ones that we use for hunting, they're 8-watt. This one's cool. You get cast iron, and it's a baking kit, so you get to make your own. That'd be great but you get a personalized skillet. Reese's, a little bit smaller. Great for what they call a 1-egg pan, but it would be great for in your backpack. Mac and cheese. Oh my gosh. I believe I ordered the large cappuccino. You see that?
No, know that reference? But so the point we wanted to make is look at some of this stuff with a different perspective.
Yeah, because the whole point is to double up. My gosh. Hello. Holy hell. Oh, it has a spout. It's actually not a cup. All right, cooking. I wouldn't buy knives as a gift, either Amazon or go to a cutlery store. Cool thing about cast iron, if you have a flat top though, a glass top,
then you almost have to go the enameled, which
you have to go the enamel almost, or super careful. I use cast iron on mine, but I'm super careful with it, and you can't do super heavy stuff. Now, this is a Dutch oven that can either go in the fire or in the oven. So if they're not big campers, but you want to get them a good pot, that's a good one there. Not great, but you want to be fancy, get one with the enamel on it. Now let's see if this has, so because it's not rough on the bottom, you can use this on a burner too. Although it is extremely heavy. It's probably about 10 pounds just for the pot. So once you add things to it, you just gotta be careful. They have canners. If you want to start canning, I haven't seen these old style canners for a while. I think it's still a 5 jars. 21 quart. I don't know what the other ones are. The roaster pans. The thing about glass tops, you have to use the 5 quart canners because a 7-quart canner, 7-jar canner will break your top. So you have to go with the 5-quart jar canner or not do all 7 and not have all the water in it. So it works with pints, but when you're doing just 7 quarts, it'll break it. Potentially break it. I've seen a lot of, as a repair guy, I've seen a lot of them break right after canning season. Let's just put it that way. When you have these games, got old Simon. That'll keep you busy. Oh, look how thin that is compared to the one we had.
Ours was like a paperweight.
Well, yeah, it's been probably, it says 3 AA's. Ours took the big D batteries. Old people Uno. It's like just Uno. You always got to keep these games and for entertainment and trouble. It's always fun. And they're all like $15. They're not too bad. You got little kids. You got Clue, Connect 4.
Oh, you got
Pictionary.
Connect. You got Operation.
Yeah, Kerplunk. Remember this one? That was always for the littler kids.
And the Bop It.
Bop It's always fun. Oh, this one. You know what? Though, look how big those are. Look how much easier that is compared to when we were kids.
Okay, now how does games tie in with prepping though?
Well, it's entertainment. It's keep your mind off of the situation. It's, you know, it's to relieve the stress of surviving or whatever the situation, the power is out or things like that. There's more games over here. You have more of the newer stuff, variation of Connect 4. Looks like cross between Perfection and Connect 4. You got your classic games, your Life, Battleship. Those are always fun. Classic games. You got Dominoes is always fun. Chess, checkers, and tic-tac-toe. Poker cards. You got Phase 10. Oh, there's another variation of it, Skip Bow.
We could keep going. It just keeps.
Yeah, I mean,
There's more and more and more games. But the point is
to find stuff you don't have or stuff that would be fun to have with the people you're going to be hanging out with in a situation where you're not going to have power or even worse. It's just to keep your mind off stuff. But it's always fun to have family time too. You know, with the
this even works for the internet's down.
yeah, internet's down. I don't know what it is about Monopoly, but people go crazy over it. But you just get out. Look, Yahtzee. Yahtzee was always fun as a kid. It doesn't take a lot of skill too. The thing is anyone can play it. All you got to do is roll the dice. Well, there you have it. We spent a good hour or so there just kind of wandering around, looking at stuff and seeing what they had. I thought they had some pretty insightful things that would work, liking those buddy heaters on sale. They work great for garage and things like that, which I think I'm going to buy a couple. Hopefully that gives you some ideas and kind of get your brain going for what to get your loved ones and non-preppers in your life that will work out. Thanks, and we'll catch you next time.